Hello and welcome to Tune Up Tuesdays with myself, your host, Sher. Today is Tuesday, December 5th, 2017, and I got some more exciting things to talk to you about. Matter of fact, this is something that, being in the car business, you have heard by most sales traders, you probably heard it by a lot of your managers, and I guarantee you, you out there, yeah, you guys are probably not even doing this. And it's sad because it's car sales 101. It's basic etiquette in a business. And we were discussing this here with my partner at Auto Ad Builder. And you know what? Even I myself, for the first years of selling cars, was too lazy to do this. And when I got into management, I took a lot more seriously. And what I want to talk about is knowing your inventory. Okay? And again, this can apply to any business. You sell furniture, you should be able to know your inventory as well. You sell anything, you should know what you're selling and a little bit more about it. And as a matter of fact, with all this downtime you have sometimes, you probably should be out researching. My partner here loves his cars. Can't get enough of them. Knows more about cars than probably anybody I've ever met. You want to touch up on this a little bit?
Yeah, not a problem, Stan. One of the biggest problems that we come across in the auto industry, especially when we listen into phone calls, is this. Hi, how you doing? I was calling about the car that you have listed on Auto Trader. Oh yeah, what kind of car is it that you were calling about? Oh, I was calling about the 2013 Toyota Camry SE. Oh, okay. Could you hold on a minute? And just that silence, you're like, well, what's going on? Why isn't anybody talking? This occurs usually for 3 minutes long. All the time. Let me put you on hold. How can you not know your inventory? I will tell you something. Any dealership I walk upon, if I just walk through the lot, I pretty much know all your inventory. Okay? If you're looking behind Stan right now, yeah, there's 6 screens there. Okay? That's the type of equipment that we purchase. Now, hopefully, some dealerships I've been seeing, they're using 2 screens. But you definitely at least have one. You have your phone, whatever it is. That screen should always be open to your inventory, okay? There is no reason to ever put a person on hold, a potential client. That is ridiculous. Never put anyone on hold. You need to know your inventory. And let's just say, oh, excuse me, sir or ma'am, that car just came in. Let me just brush up a little bit, take a look at the one you were calling. You want to know something else? You want to do something? Maybe what you should do is say, can I have your name and number? I'll call you right back. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to step outside and I'm going to look over that car as I speak to you. If you don't know what you're doing, then maybe that's what you need to do. But I find this all the time that people, especially BDC, and all BDC people are, mostly in the industry, I hate to say it, but it's true, they are basically reservation takers. They should basically work at a restaurant, because they have no idea about what they are trying to make appointments for. And that's what the problem is in this industry today.
And I 100% agree. Having run them and having been focused on get them in, and that's not because I wanted to, but that's because the management that I worked for forced me. The thing is, the old thing of knowing your inventory, when you come to work at 9 a.m., come to work at 8:50 and maybe walk that lot for 10 minutes. I worked for AutoNation many years ago, my second dealership ever, and what we used to do on Mondays is the manager would make us go walk the lot for an hour together as a group, and if an up came in, we got paid, but we got to see everything we traded in, what we're going to keep, and we actually discussed as a whole what we're going to sell. And this was going back 2005, and so I'm sure some dealerships are doing it now, but a lot just reserved to going to their website. I've always coached my BDC people, whether it's me training a store or a store that I ran, to have, even if you only have one screen, to have a tab with your inventory open. The other thing is, we touched up on just now about never putting people on hold. And it's so funny because there's 50 different schools of thought on how to handle phones. And most of it is derived from maybe 1 or 2 sales trainers in the past. So we're still all training the same stuff, regurgitating, so to speak, as me and a friend of mine like to laugh about. But the reality of it is, there's never a reason to put people on hold. And I'm going to give a big shout out to a little company out there called Call Review. About 2009, 2010, when I worked at Teddy Nissan, we were probably the main best dealer that they were on. And I had an owner who micromanaged me, listened to my calls, and when we got alerts about, the alerts, we would get alerts where call review would basically let us know when we put somebody on hold. My owner used to get angry, yell at me, give me all this crap because we put somebody on hold. Because there should never be a time to put somebody on hold. Unless of course, like we just said, let me brush up on it. I'm going to call you right back. You get their information real quick. There's a couple different ways to ask for a phone number that I've always trained with the dealer training method. But the reason for not putting people on hold is for that etiquette. You want to look professional. You want to be able to set that appointment. As a matter of fact, crazy thing that I always used to do is I would have the car up online. I would assume that it's here. I would call and make that appointment. And then, I would I would make the appointment with the customer, and then just so that I don't make them wait, then after I hung up the phone, I would go and check if the car is there. Most of the time the car was there, appointment was good, we confirmed it, we're great. Sometimes the car may not be there, okay, but I just made an appointment. And there's also a big chance the customer might not come in. 50% chance on average, right? So
buyers are liars.
it is true. Buyers are liars. No offense, consumers out there, but listen, we as buyers are liars too sometimes when we're looking to get the best deal. But think about this. You made an appointment, the car is gone. I feel much more comfortable calling you back in 10 minutes and letting you know what? It turns out I just went to double check on the car. Turns out that car has been sold. So it's not here. However, I have other cars similar like it, just like that car, so that when you do come in tonight at 7:15 p.m., I'm going to show you all the different options. Chances are your customer is going to pick up the phone and have this conversation with you and be okay, no problem. And if you do it professionally, they will come in. Other chances are, because most of the time people don't pick up their phone, you're going to have to leave a message.
Text.
And guess what? Or send them a text. And guess what? If they don't come in,
I would even send them those pictures of those cars.
Send them a
of
picture.
the one they either wanted or some other similar models.
Exactly. And you know what? Chances are, if they don't respond and they come in and the car is gone, they don't have a valid reason for saying, well, you lied to me, you brought me in. Because that does happen. That beef happens a lot. Because what did you do? You were transparent enough, you were professional, you called them, you let them know. They didn't respond, but now they're here, and now you have an opportunity to still, work with them and show them something. And if you show them the proof that you sent them a text, that you called them, they got no one to be mad at but themselves. So that's always been my opinion. And again, we're talking about knowing your inventory and being in an appointment setting culture. And you know what? You probably should know a little bit about the car. Salespeople especially. You guys know how to brush up on your skills. BDC people, you just have to know a little bit about what you have. Especially in a new car store. I mean,
that's easy.
That's the easy part. And again, one of the things I always train new hires is, have that website up. Everything that's on the website, on the OEM site, is going to be what the customers are going to ask you about. Imagine working in a Subaru store, a Mini store, an Audi store, a BMW store. Think about how difficult it is. You got these engineer type customers that are going to ask you, turning radiuses,
Oh, wow, all right.
I'm not even talking about, horsepower and all that basic stuff, but people are going to be super sharp about it, and you have to know your inventory. So again, learn your product, learn what you're selling, be professional, do not put people on hold. I hope this was informative. Hope you guys have a great selling week, and I'll see you next week.